Yo, what is going on? About to Watcher Gaming. Aspect Gaming back once again. We are out here in Project Singularity. Yeah, just to recap, it is day 2 of HV. Yesterday was pretty successful. We had a very long stream. I didn't play as much today. I played a bunch off stream last night just to kind of recharge our resources. Yeah, to do a little recap, the new stuff in the base is over here. We have a little step to make PTFE. I'm missing some of the inputs currently, but at some point it'll be fully automated. For now, I'm just manually putting in the inputs whenever I need them, and we got a good amount, so this is good enough for now. At some point, we'll have methane piped in automatically, and then all the other fluids will be piped in instead of just set with the super tank. But yeah, a lot more work to be done to get this up and running properly, but for now, it's pretty decent. We have our clean room over here. I had to borrow a circuit assembler for the forestry area, but we'll be making the HV ones pretty soon anyways. And yeah, we have all the other HV machines, so we got pretty good progression done. And this LCR just for like random crafting. So my next plans. There's actually 2 plans. So number 1, I want to make a factory for like producing circuit parts automatically. On the other hand, our power supply is a little bit low. So the bees have been doing really well up until this point because our tank has been full up until now, but now it's completely empty, as you can see. I've been running overnight a ton of crafts. We're losing some TPS. But I smelted like 30 stacks of stainless steel and a lot of nichrome, and we started power failing. So I've disabled the EBFs for now. And then also they're all running on HV or on EV power now. So it's 4 HV generators per, which is a lot of power, a lot of fuel being consumed. So it's due for some upgrades. So I'm making industrial apiaries now to handle that. Let me redo that. That was for the video. So to handle the increased power demand, we're going to be making industrial apiaries, which I've made 1 of so far. It is a little bit annoying to do manually, so I'm going to probably have to hope for Applied Energistics to save me on this one. I also need a better way to get proven frames, but I'm kind of still working on it a little bit. But this should be a massive upgrade for the B area. And we're going to install this in just a moment. NEAD, welcome to the stream. Cadis, welcome. Yeah, I had heard that you fixed the Project Red autocrafters. I was on call at 9 last night when we were like debugging the lag, or he was rather. Yeah, I'm going to increase our production of oil and fuel by a lot with industrial apiaries, and I'm going to make setting boosted diesel as well. I think I might just add on like another temporary system because Heki was making a better one upstairs, but we do just need a solution right now. So let's figure out how to use these things. I haven't used the industrial apiary a lot. I tested it a little bit in creative mode, but we're just going to see how it works. So first up, I know they need power. I also refined my bees farther, so now they have shortest lifespan and blinding speed on the best ones. I don't know if I have a bookshelf down here. I think they're all in my bee area. I have to open my shop too. There's just so much to do. I gotta open up the library. All right, let's see. So I have acceleration upgrade times 8. What these guys do is they're just made out of world accelerators, and I guess they just act like one. So it multiplies multiplies the ticks times 8, I guess, but it increases the energy usage, which is not a huge amount. It's only plus 1 HV amp. I'm not that worried about it. And we'll give it an automation upgrade. Now, how much power? 837 EU per tick. Okay. It's honestly not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So we should make 2 HV combustion gens to run that. Which I think I should be able to afford. I'm out of HV circuits. These were probably being used for something, but it's okay. I should have cables in here as well. Yeah, whatever. We'll just use an electrum cable. All right, so this is going to be handled by item conduits now. With the automation upgrade, it just puts these in automatically. So we're going to do something like this instead. I also need like way fewer of the industrial apiaries to get the same output. I think just one of these is going to be equal to, or if not equal to, greater than all my magic apiaries that I have already. I guess let's just do this. And like big picture, we're gonna switch over to using only industrial apiaries. So at some point, we're gonna rebuild this room a little bit more. I feel like I do have a fuel pipe nearby though. I don't know where it is. Because I did pipe fuel in this area at one point. Because I was testing the world accelerators, but they were not worth the power input. Yeah, it was close by. Yeah, in other news, I was catching some of Soy's stream. We have tungsten steel on the server now, which is very interesting. So one of the things that I kind of like put to rest was blood magic for this tier. I can actually do it if they're willing to give me some tungsten steel. I can go ahead and like progress really far in blood magic, like up to meteors and stuff even. So I'm gonna have to see if I can procure a couple ingots of that. Because really, I don't need a lot. I just need like one or two of it, and I can make some master blood orbs. So if that comes to fruition, that will be really interesting. Just adds even more stuff to do in HV. Because I was ready to just wait till EV to finish all that, but you know, sometimes everything happens very quickly. And right now is kind of a bad time to be introducing new lines to the fuel system low-key, but hey, whatever. Our buffers are kind of stressed from me running that stuff all night. But yeah, this should alleviate it anyways. You gotta crack some eggs to make a cake. Alright, so it's a 50-second recipe. And we'll see what we produce. The tooltip is saying... I don't know how to read it. I don't know how to do the math. Let's just see what we get, and then we'll do some quick maths with it. Oh, that's a lot. So in a minute, we got 3 petroleum combs. These are producing 8.6 per hour. And that's actually a little bit less than a minute. So what's the math? 3, let's do like times 65. 195 combs per minute per hour. And this is doing 8. Okay. I didn't think it'd be that good. And it's using 2 measly HV amps. All right, I'm gonna have to rebuild this system, but for now we'll set it up like this. Are you willing to output? There we go. It just had to update itself. Okay, well that's insane. That's a massive upgrade. We might have to upgrade the centrifuge too at this point. Can I run a spark profile? Yeah, sure. I'll type that. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, did it add an extra? Let me see. There we go. You just mistyped something. Whatever, we'll still out there. Aspect getting back once again. So true, Zub. Yeah, I don't know if I have it installed on my client, so I don't know if this would be helpful to you, whatever I just did. I'm gonna make this an item conduit because it's bothering me that it's not outputting items. This needs to be rebuilt anyways, so it doesn't matter if it's scuffed right now. Where are my item conduits? Alright, this is getting to be really scuffed. Alright, there. Now it will cooperate. Okay. Well, I'm happy with that result. Okay, Candace. Anything I can do to help? I can drop it in the chat. Let me copy it. I'm hoping it doesn't give any info of the server out because it's on my stream. Makes Mitch, hello, welcome back. I just upgraded our B system. Oh, you know, these guys are not going to stack with the other refined Bs, actually. So what I should do is make another barrel. There, and this one will have those drones, which are slightly different. I just have to make it work right now. I don't have to make it perfect. Okay, wow, this will definitely not be keeping up anymore. Let's upgrade. We're gonna go to an HV centrifuge. I'm out of HV circuits again. We are gonna be consuming all of these. We'll need a lot of stainless plates, so we're just gonna send it. This should also become item conduit at this point. I also want to rebuild these with using HV machines so that they're way faster as well, but the power crisis comes first, of course. All right, nice. Soy cake YouTube raid? That's crazy. Thank you, Soy. What is going on, guys? Aspect Game back once again. You guys need to cover any hoppers? I need to remove hoppers because we don't need them anymore in this base. We could use item conduits. And we still have a lot of hoppers that are being like, that are kind of like grandfathered into the process. Yeah, like in the interest of reducing lag in the server, these should all really be item conduits by now. What's going on, guys? Aspect Gaming coming in from Soy Stream. That is so true. Yeah, I just built the first industrial apiary, it looks like, that I've ever done. And this thing is insanely OP, actually. I gave it a acceleration upgrade times 8, which is just like an HV upgrade. This thing is barely using any power, and it is making me so many more combs than I thought it would. I'm already overflowing. I have to deal with this immediately. So we are upgrading this to HV. How's it going, Soy? I was watching the end of your stream. What are you guys up to? I saw you guys got tungsten steel now. So I was saying earlier that I kind of wrote off saving blood magic for EV, but I could actually make the master orb now. There's probably like Thaumcraft wand upgrades too that are like good QOL that we could do. I don't know because I don't have it memorized which ones needed tungsten steel, but that's kind of insane. I only need a couple ingots, so if we could spare that, that'd be nice. That'd be much appreciated. Hello, Soy. There's no way. We got the purple ingot. Or I'm colorblind. I don't even know what color it is. It's like bluish. Thank you. That's my goat right there. A singular tungsten steel for my master blood orb. Alright, so I'll have to save this. I'll put it by the blood magic area so that I can use it later on. Right there. That's beautiful. Do I know how they got tungsten? I do. They did a quest to kill the Chaos Guardian. I'm like, what are they doing? And I went and backtracked to find it. And this drops you 5 IV tier loot bags. And then, of course, with the loot bags, you can get loot from them. And one of them, a lot of them are tungsten steel pipes. So that's a way to do it, which is crazy. But that's pretty fun. Oh, hoppers don't have a container above it. We'll be scanning for items to pick up. I understand. I see that. Makes sense. But on paper, on realistically, we shouldn't be using hoppers anymore. And if we are, usually they should have a barrel on top of them like this. Like this one's like troll. Doesn't even need to be here. This cutting machine is also like not necessary anymore as well. Like there's things we can do to clean up the base. Would a steel steam separator be better? Probably. I just don't have that right now. So we're just gonna make an HV centrifuge, throw it down, and then when I rebuild this system and like maybe even today I'll build a new one. We can then work on that. Like with a proper way to do it. For now, we're just gonna throw down the single block machines. They don't have any room. And it's just the easiest way to just drop it in and forget about it. Nice. What was I doing down here? Just gonna break this. Now, I gotta be tactful about how I do this. So we're, instead of the potentially having it misdirect somewhere, we're just gonna do a single cable. I have to turn the machine. Okay, there we go. Now, which way was it facing? I don't remember. The output must have been down. All right, there. Hopefully this will keep up now. I think it should. And this should hold us over so I can rebuild this system. Duck's storage system is taking up 1% of the, I guess, of the lag with the binning compartments. That storage system is hilarious. I loved it. I mean, it's outclassed now by applied energistics, so it'll be going away pretty soon. Alrighty. So I'm gonna, oh, Hackybug got off. I'm gonna text him that power should be good now. Right. So now we can get back to it. Let me just make sure this isn't backed up super far before I walk away. But yeah, what else I want to do today? I want to work on like a little circuit factory. I want to be getting HV, EV, and IV circuits like in a semi-automated basis. I don't need to like automate the circuits per se, but I want to automate all the components. And I just I want to be able to pick and grab and just instantly craft the circuits that I want. So like kind of like what I got going on here. But instead of it being disorganized, I want them to kind of all come together in a spot where I'd be like, all right, this I want a HV circuit. I want to make like 10 stacks. Bam, 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 bam. Just take from the barrels real quick, you know? There's of course a lot that's going to go into this. So I'm starting to organize my thoughts on it. This is one row of stuff that we need, of course, the plastic circuit boards, but that includes iron 3 chloride and all that jazz. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of chemical processing going on in this stream, most likely. Or realistically, probably just a bunch of crafting circuits to make the thing that'll be crafting the circuits, because I didn't prepare well enough. I'm out of HV circuits and I didn't realize it. But you know, it happens to the best of us. And you know, the plastic circuit boards, we'll use the PTFE recipe just to kind of speed it up a little bit. Polyethylene is going to be free for us technically, but so is PTFE realistically. How many reactors do we have? We have one place down there, and I have a quad over here. And that was kind of the majority of my HV circuits we had stacked up. And then they went to the machines over here as well, or on this side. So I think first we got to make a bunch of these processor arrays, or processor assemblies. Which it'll be good to jog my memory how to make these, so that I can actually make more of them. It's probably an important step. We'll throw these in here. Yeah, let me clean up my inventory and then we can move on. I don't know, I guess the integrated CPU is going to go in here. I can't wait to get applied energistics. Where will I get the fluorine from? Cryolite B. I should have it set up, actually. That's a good point that I forgot to set it up. But I have bees that create cryolite. But you need HCl to process it. So I just want to get all my processes down a little bit more pat before we do that. We're close though. There's just like a lot of steps. That's kind of the point in like the HV and EV part of the game, where it's like you have to take 10 steps in a different direction to get to the goal that you set originally. Yeah, Cryolite B is peak. Let me finish organizing my inventory and then we can get going. Okay, so the circuits. These guys require integrated processors. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. Now that's what I like to see. All right, I only need HV circuits right now. Because I'm not... Actually, I can use a couple EV circuits. I do want to make a vacuum freezer. There's just so many things to do. We have everything we need for these, actually, because I did prepare a little bit ahead of time. Let me bookmark these. And whatever, we'll go up one more, too. All right, there we go. It's all the circuits we unlocked. I wish this fire resistance wasn't always there, but whatever. We can unbookmark some of this stuff, too. I'll keep that. I've had this bookmarked all of MV and I didn't use it. You can dupe neodymium for the inductors. I don't know if I have any neodymium to start with, though. It is interesting that we have that nugget dupe. What is a magneto on it? Neodymium itself, magnetite makes sense. I have to see if there's an easier source of that. If not, we could make another planar vortex. That is good to know, though. Where am I going to get my first neodymium from, though? Is there a quest reward, maybe? 9 has some already. How did he get it, though? Oh, from chest. That's a good point. We do have some loot. That's my goat. Whoever found this, you're the goat. All right, nice. And it's like super easy to smell. That's really funny. Let me take these out. I could run this again now, actually. There we go. You think the nugget dupe has already been fixed in later versions? What do you mean by fixed? That's so cap. Nugget dupe is balanced. This nichrom's unnecessary. We'll smelt it later. Let me see if there's a good source of this magneto on the spreadsheet. Magneto. What's it called? Sources of Essentia. Magnetic neodymium rod. Okay, buddy, you're a genius. Magnetic iron ingot has a bunch on it. Let's see. Is there like magnetic like rounds or something? Has anybody ever asked the questions I'm asking? There are. Wait, I think this one's capped though. Let me see. There's magnetic bolts, magnetic nuggets. There are magnetic rounds. All right, let's see what we can do with that. I also want to spend a lot of time. I want to spend a lot of time working nugget duping as well. I want to put some effort into making it more streamlined. The cauldron shouldn't pick up any dead items now. I'm not sure what you mean by dead, but... Okay, let's see how good these are. No, they don't have it on it. It's literally magnetized, bro. Alright, what about... Like, what about magnetized rods? Still no. Okay, back to the drawing board. It says magnetic iron ingots have them. Let's test it. I mean, we do have infinite iron ingots as well. Oh, it's so slow. I would prefer to have a better source than that, but... Okay, it does have it. That's fine, I guess. Basaldtic mineral sand. Is that what has it? Let's check. Magnetic iron has it, but it's only one, and it takes quite a while to get. I don't know if I have any of this. Okay, there's like 2 veins literally inside of the base. Let's find out. Oh, this is granitic mineral sand. Oh, it still has it though. So I polarized like 3 drawers of iron. That could be an angle. How many do these give when you macerate them? 2. Let's make sure the dust has more. If the dust doesn't have more on it, then I'm not doing this. It also sucks because it's a manual process to mine this right now. I can get meteors to automate this, but that's a little bit out. That's a little bit out from right here. That's a good point, too. I legit only need like 1 second neodymium. It does last a while. Okay, nice. The ground up one does have it. So we'll mine this 1 vein. We'll be chilling. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, I think the upgraded SMD inductor recipe is like super good too. I don't have iridium, but tantalum is 48. That's for 1 ring. Each neodymium is like 4 rings, so yeah, that's pretty nice. And then if you look at the recipes, you only need 4 and 12. The other ones don't even need them, so that is going to last a long time. Maybe by then I will have the meteor automation going if we could automate it. Requesting on-demand neodymium. And also, well, the truth behind this is that I'm digging out areas I'll probably use in the future. Because this has already attached my blood magic, so... Maybe I'll put some rituals over here or something, I don't know. What's the neodymium nugget do? It requires magneto, metallum, and permutatio. So the magnet is the hard to ask in it, but it's not that bad of an ask anyways. Alright, this should be more than enough, I think. We'll grind this up, and then we can make our... Oh, this is a problem. My dye collection system is grabbing the ores. It's not ideal. Stop doing this. Yeah, make your way over here. Perfect. Whatever. We'll clean up the mess later. We're just gonna macerate all of it. Okay, that's one thing solved. Spent the first 88 iridium making a infinite spray can. The infinite spray can is awesome though. Like, shout out to that. It is a good spend of iridium. Can I not hit my head on that? Okay, can I make you into a nugget? All right. What else do I need? Let's save a whole bunch of neodymium nuggets just so that we can, if I ever accidentally use all of it, we have some of it backed up. Yeah, what else does this need? Need a permutatio and then metallum. Okay, that's not a big problem. I think I'm a low on rounds. No, I'm not. Okay, let's do it on this one. We don't have a lot of the magnets, so I'm just gonna go slow with it. All right. This is good enough for a long time, though, I think. Alrighty. Another problem solved. How am I going to combine these? Am I allowed to... Looks like I'll just be macerate them down and then recombine a dust and an EBF. I don't even want this to finish. We're just going to take it all. Can you alloy smelt? Maybe. I didn't see the recipe there, but too late. I wasn't looking that hard. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't for these. Like I know, what do you call it? Tantalum was able to be alloy smelted. I think these were turned off from earlier. Happy or no? What does this require to smelt? It only has circuit 1. That's crazy. All right, I can't forget that's on circuit 1. All right, what else is on the list? Let's devise a system to make the circuit boards better. Realistically, they could share one LCR for now. Yeah, I'll believe it. I'll convince myself of that. We're gonna need to make more than one to start though, because I do need to get sulfuric acid and stuff. All right, let's just make a whole bunch of HV circuits. I'm done trying to convince myself to not do things. You know, I do have a bunch of sulfuric actually. We bought it from the Underdog shop. So yeah, let's start with these. How many do I want? I guess a stack of processor assemblies is valid. I need a barrel. Probably 2. The oranges? Yeah. Do I have yellows? Not a lot. I'll have to fix that. I thought I had a lot of these already pre-crafted, but maybe I'm wrong. All right, let's see. What's the best? PVC and tantalum. Jog my memory. Ethylene, chlorine. We had a lot of chemicals in one of these chests as well. Okay, that's interesting. Is there a slightly worse recipe that is not using that, so I can ignore that for now? No. All right, we'll just make PVC. Hmm. Oh, this one is... Okay, this one's better. So I guess I'll make a setup and I'll just manually add the chemicals for now. And then once Hekiba has his processing finished, we can fix it up later, basically, and then have it auto pipe. I only have it up for 1 LCR. They should interrogate some Thaumcraft duping recipes by rewriting Thaumcraft. I disagree. Gonna say no. Let me actually see if they're selling any PVC. That would save me a lot of time because I don't want to do a temporary setup. I want to make a permanent one, or like semi-permanent, you know. A lot of PTFE. Nope. It's cooked. Alright, it's fine. We'll make something like scuffed. They're just gonna remove them. They better not, bro. Nobody is like touching Thaumcraft or Witchery. That's like normal. That's the only saving grace of it. We'll just do one LCR for polyvinyl chloride, and then we will fix it later. We're gonna need more of this. Thaumcraft economy will be in shambles. Magic GTH players are even more insane than regular GTH players. Okay, this should hold me over. The only nugget dupe nerf would do is nerf magic more, and it's not nerf early magic more, and it's not even that popular now. I'll just play in the older version if they do all that, to be honest. The nugget derp. Seeing the words dupe and nerf next to each other, that goes crazy. Alright, what else? I need like a lot of input hatches. Maintenance. Like a lot of these. We're getting 2 circuits, so we'll just throw on like a dummy input bus to put the circuit in. What else do you need? Oxygen, chlorine, and ethylene as the inputs. And then one of the inputs is from an output. Okay, that looks good to me. Maintenance hatch on the bottom is the vibe for this base. I don't know why. Yeah, I think that's everything that I need. I'll just put down 2 amps of MV for now. I'll probably need it later on. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, this will like certainly be getting moved, I think, but whatever. I need another soft mount. I guess I lost a previous one. I don't know what happened. I'm out here losing soft mallets. I thought I had more steel leaf. All right, I don't know. We'll deal with it later. Bee checkup? What are you talking about? I should check up on the bees. I don't know if that's what you're saying, but let's make sure this is not giga buffered. Oh yeah, the HV centrifuge keeps up. But you're still consuming that amount of fuel though, because the fuel combs are not stacking up. We're buffered there. Yeah, the EBFs are just like demolishing the fuel supply. Okay, we are close. We're close to being able to run these. I think just a little bit more effort and then a couple more industrial apiaries and we'll be so in the clear. They're just like painful to make right now, but I'll have to grind it out. Grind out like 16 of them or something ridiculous. Mascadu, what's up? You're gaming. I think these are all going to become rings, so we're just going to turn them all into rings. The bottle. Okay, we'll let that run. I gotta turn the EBF circuit back to 11. Turn it up to 11. All right, so let me label these. This must be oxygen. This must be chlorine. The last one is ethylene. I kind of need more fluid cells too. What is going on, guys? 9 Gaming back once again. It's annoying because the LV input hatches need 16,000 liters, but the aluminums are 32,000. So they don't really behave too well for like manual inputting stuff, but we can make it work. I already have chlorine and oxygen nearby, so let's just we'll just tie into it. This is going to be a complete mess until a short period of time after. I should paint these pipes. That's probably one thing I should do. I need a line that's supplying oxygen like to the whole base as well. What better time to do that than right now? We'll just put that there. I don't really care where the oxygen tank goes. Why does it keep doing that to me? Alright, so we'll put that there. So the Circuit Factory is going to have two different versions. Version 1 is going to be the Circuit Factory of Doom and Despair. The V2 is going to be beautiful, I promise. I need circuits to make circuits. That's kind of the problem. All right. So the oxygen comes from downstairs right now. So let's see what we can do about that. That has to travel really far, actually. All right, for now, we're going to use this tank as the supply. And then when I'm ready, I will move the oxygen to a more convenient location because down there, it does not matter. Which circuits do I need? All of the circuits. All right, then we just gotta cart some ethylene over here. Am I excited to do UA and EV? Yeah, I definitely am. I want to try it a little bit. I want to try out doing the colored hatch systems because I always use the universal automation in that part of the game. But like, you can use both. Yeah, if I could be lent or if I could purchase 2 stacks of HV circuits, that would help me out a lot. Or even just like 1 stack. We're a little bit low, but I could do it. This should allow me to build what I want in this stream and not just do circuit crafting on the stream. I have no idea where he would even be at his base. Let's spy. I don't even know if I've ever seen this room. Well, you can make a prototype matter manipulator. What is that able to do? I'm leaking their plans. Oh, hello. Yes, blue caterpillars with red spots. My favorite. Yeah, now we're going to be able to jump ahead a little bit. That's crazy. Wrong streams, Hecuba. What's down here? Interesting location. This would be A2. Didn't you say someone was growing a giant node down here? That's kind of funny. It was not me. the big dig. All right, let's head on back. How did I manage that? I was literally off the elevator, by the way. Prototype manipulator is horrible. You can only place in shapes, and you need to upgrade to make it break stuff, and it's insanely slow. Damn. Sag. Alright, well, train of thought has been disrupted, that is for sure. But let's see what we can do now that I have that alleviated. I really wish I didn't waste a stack of HP circuits making the Ender IO storage that I hated. That would have been really good if I didn't do that. So I think it's time for more LCRs in that case, since we've been accelerated a little bit. What am I missing? Probably the big pipes. Always missing the big pipes. Let's get some more PTFE cooking. Let's see how my fluorine levels. Pretty good, pretty good. Our first batch of fluorine is running a little bit low, but we should still be very okay. So we gotta put some more methane in. I think everything else is stored up. But yeah, we will continue to use the bad methane recipe and make people cry until I'm able to use the proper one. Let me empty out these canisters as well. I don't even know where I'm going to be able to empty these. Actually, maybe I'll save a little bit just so we can have some fuel if I have to jumpstart the base. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll keep 2 canisters. Yeah, the rest of this we're going to avoid, though. Yeah, pick up some hydrogen. Sell cheap PTFE when? There's already someone doing that. Let me just grab this stuff. I will be selling bees very shortly. I'm taking orders if anybody wants any bees. I'm gonna do like a full setup for you. I don't know what the cost is gonna be yet, but like I will do full service setup of any bees that you are interested in. Are you happy? Do multi-blocks not care about rain? Oh, they certainly do. But we have a giant ceiling of glass. You can kind of see it at the top of my screen there. So we don't have to deal with rain anymore. Which means I can build and expand and not have to worry about our roof. Isn't that beautiful? That's wonderful. Oh, I've got a lot of PTFE. All right, let's send this to the fluid solidifier of doom. So we're gonna need a lot of large pipes. My rings are done. That's done already. Nice. Let's go for 4 LCRs and then we will build with them after that. Yeah, whatever, man. 18 motors is fine. Sorry, I'm coughing. I should be muting when I cough. My bad. I apologize, chat. Stainless steel rotor. Okay. All right, what else do I need? I need 1x gold cables. What are those chain link fence blocks? They look cool. Let me go look. I wouldn't be able to tell you. I didn't build that. These ones here are called catwalks, if that's what you're talking about. Down here, these ones are fences from open modular turrets. That is certainly one of the mods of all time. We need more chemically inert casings as well. Always bet on needing more steel rods. Oh, the windows in the crafting room. It's just glass. Asymmetrical leaded glass. Yo, it's leaded? Are we trying to lower my IQ out here? Introducing lead to the base. Getting lead poisoning in Minecraft's hardest mod pack. Make like a lot more steel plates too. I just made like 16 stacks of them yesterday, I swear, like game's crazy. Yes, the PTFE, the inert casings, finally. All right, let's start building. So I think this room will be the circuit factory. Has anyone told me my avatar is criminally cute? I have heard that before, yes. My design skills are kind of peak. What can I say? If you think that aspect is cute, you have not seen like the side character from the stories that he's in named Relic. They're like a living reincarnated geode that is like turned into a person. They're like really cool. They used to be in the art of my channel banner, but I got rid of it. Actually, I think they're still in the channel banner art. Let me look. There was a different one that like focused on Relic, but I wasn't in it very well, so I changed it to a different art. He's cut off. That's so cap. That's funny. Yeah, there are more characters in the Aspect universe. Maybe one day they will be out there. Is the story public? Yeah, currently it's through my music. So it's kind of like a interpretive story that you have to like listen. It's like storytelling through instrumental music, so it's like a bit abstracted, but yeah, if you it should be linked in my YouTube profile, my music, and some of it is uploaded to my YouTube as well. I just want to give myself a little bit of room to build, a little bit of room to breathe. I should have prepared better, but instead we get a digging stream again. A lot of people came out for the last digging stream though. That was a banger. For one of my longest streams, we're just digging. All right, let's get started. So in this corner will be all the LCRs that are going to be making different parts. Let's just block it out. I could wall share them. No, the ceiling's too low, man. Maybe I'll bump it up. Yeah, but these would be hidden. I don't want them to be hidden. What do I do? No, it kind of fits. It fits. The ceiling in here will be higher. That's the solution. On this area, the ceiling will be a couple blocks higher. I want to be able to easily see if they have maintenance problems ever. Now, why did I go and do that? I need more pipe casings. Okay, we just need we need the fluid pipes. You know, I'm misclicking like crazy. Yeah, we just need some normal pipes. Are these gonna be happy if I forget if I'm able to do this. I've not been in this part of the game in a while. Let's see if it'll work. If I put the coils in the back like this. No, hold on. I'm overcomplicating it. Let's see if it's happy with that. I might have to rotate the machine. I don't really remember if it'll be okay with this or not. What energy hatches? I guess we're gonna go with HV. There, this will be running passively, hopefully. So whatever. I could change them out later. I keep accidentally doing the Boots of the Meteor. I want to get rid of these. I want to get regular Boots of the Traveler. Alright, the middle is definitely not getting used. The coil should be on top only. Yeah, I might have to... Let me see if I can rotate this or something. Actually, no, it won't let me rotate it. Because if I rotate it that way, it would have to be, like, not facing a place that makes sense. Alright, we'll have to see if it'll be happy with that. I really don't remember. But I want to be able to access the fronts of them like this. Like, I want to be able to see it in that way. Because I'm not going to be going back here. This is going to be like a closed off room, so that is the idea. We'll have to make it work. All right, so PCBs. First we need sulfuric. They just have to be adjacent to the PTFE block in the middle. We'll move them around a little bit. We'll see how it forms or not, because I don't remember how the baby LCRs work like that. I always put it on the top. All right, so this one's probably going to be sulfuric. Let's label it. You require an input bus. Okay. Oh, the top two won't like that. They're gonna have two coils, you're right. Alright, we'll see if it'll form like this. Because now we have a coil touching the PTFE casing on both of them. So we need water and oxygen. I guess we can maybe hide a reservoir or a thirst tank underneath. And then the oxygen... I want to pipe oxygen around the base. You know, we probably have fluid P2P as well. How hard is it to get the fluid, like, export bus or, like, stuff like that? I know that the other ones are going to be gated. Okay, this is actually, like, extremely easy. Did I, like, forget? What? This is so easy. Why is that LV? Okay. Oh, you know, I'm not going to have the fluid discretizer, though, so it's going to be awkward. It might have to be temporary fluid P2P angle in the end. But for now, it's going to be like super tank, the super tank angle. All right. Enough discussing. We're going to start acting. Where will the output buses be? Or output hatches, rather. I guess right here. Lock it at sulfuric. Sulfuric has a lot of uses, so probably we'll have a buffer tank here, and then we'll bring it back in. And then you use it to make the plastic circuit boards. So we just need another input bus. Okay. So we need an output bus, and we're going to go up with it. Can you lock an output bus to mine? Yeah, you can. All right, so these will deposit into the next LCR, which is going to have iron 3 chloride and copper foils. I guess we'll make a separate area to make copper foils that automatically, so we'll come back to that later. I'll leave myself a note. We'll also need the copper foils down here as well. Okay. So in that case, it'll make sense to put the copper foil production like maybe like right behind the machine. And we'll have like a barrel with copper foils in it or with copper input, and we'll just drop it. Okay. Can you do iron 3 chloride in one step or no? Yeah, you can. Okay, that's nice. So HCl goes up here. This will be iron dust, which we could supply in like a huge quantity. Okay, that's good. We need an output hatch and then another input hatch for this. Lock this to iron 3 chloride. I think we're done then. Now we fill it in and see if they form. Is everybody happy? Hey, yeah, they are. Guy in chat is right again. That's crazy. Soldering iron is not working. This thing is so annoying. I need duct tape. Also, I think this has to be charged in an LV machine. Yeah. There are wireless chargers I can make. I don't know if they'll hit it in the loop in the toolbox, though. Alright, so just this one was unhappy. Have to remember. Come back to that now. Okay. I don't remember the inputs. I should have labeled these. I don't know what I was doing. Right? I think I have some thirsty tanks. I do. Do I have buckets? I have a single bucket. Whatever, we'll just give it an LV pump. It'll be fine. We're probably gonna need a better way to get water at some point. I think I've said it a couple times, but this is V1 of the factory. All right, now we just need a lot of oxygen. I guess it is time to bring the oxygen there. This is legit pain because the pipes are really conflicting with each other. All right, so realistically, this is going to loop around and underneath. Wow, that was a really good bug that I just witnessed there. The sign was like invisible, or I guess I just hit the hatch by accident. This has to come down and around. Something like that. Who's the richest on the server? I have no idea. Probably soy already. No, I don't know. Yeah, 9 had a lot of stuff. That's true. Okay, that's everything for sulfuric. Let's hook up the power right now. I keep accidentally jumping today. I don't know what my problem is. All right. Fuel is a little bit of a difficult thing right now. It needs time. It needs time to buffer. All right, but this should be happy. That's enough amps to get this going. I didn't set the circuit. I believe this is circuit 9. Also, it needs sulfur. We got lots of sulfur, though. If I can remember where it is. All right, my inventory was full. What was I getting? A drawer and one of these. Now are we happy? Circuit 7. Did I forget something? Water, oxygen. Oh, the oxygen needs to be 27,000 for that recipe. My hatch is not big enough. Fine, we'll go to 24. It's also an HV recipe. I only had the MV hatch on it. So yeah, that's fine. More than sufficient. I want to lock the fluid, so we're going to stop it from auto-outputting for just a moment. There, now you can output. Okay, so plastic circuit boards. This requires 2 inputs. PTFE sheets and copper foils. Let's focus on the copper foil end of it first. I'm just going to borrow this bending machine, and it's going to go to copper foil duty permanently. I need more item conduits. Not what you like to hear at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night. It's the best way to get this over here. Best way is to move this. Doesn't need to be there. We can grab these again. Something like this. This machine is sentenced to making foils for the rest of its life. That is really nice. Let us give this a combustion generator. That's so convenient. I'll tell this to round robin. I don't know if it matters, but we'll tell it that. It's 3 a.m. for you. 9 o'clock a while ago. I need that unemployed, like, college life right now again, bro. Let me grind the YouTube. Oh, that's an output. Wait, I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Now it looks right. So, this top guy... No, it should work okay. Because I think the item conduits should only put 1 stack in of each. Which, actually, that's problematic. I should go to a barrel first, and then output. Yeah, then the foils are often a limiting factor, so we'll just set them like this. Then we extract from this. Now we need to find a way to automatically get PTFE plates into here. Need more drawers. Yeah, there's no reason to do the fluid solidifier stuff automatically. We'll put 2 filters in. Yeah, Cube, I'm not gonna be honest, you have friends over. No problem, bro. I'm working on some circuit automation. I want us to be able to input a couple item inputs to a system and get like circuit boards and like SMDs out of it. That's kind of my idea. So I'm working on that concept currently. This could be compacted more by doing that. I almost lost an item conduit there. So yeah, this is going to be PTFE plates. I'm going to tell it to not extract yet, because I want to throw the PTFE plate in there first. I need to solidify more PTFE as well. Oh, this thing is done. Let's go fix that LCR before I forget. There we go. So this is requiring iron dust. Let me grab some more barrels. So iron dust is no problem. We can supply that in large batches from the downstairs. I went the wrong way. Yeah, we'll just grab that. This is like a 64 by 64 barrel. We'll like take forever to use all this. This is kind of hidden away, but whatever, man. I want this to be a little bit compact and hidden for the most part. Yeah, this should last us so long that I'll be at universal LCRs by the time this runs out. What's the circuit? No circuit for iron 3 chloride. We're gonna get hydrogen as a byproduct. I didn't consider that. So we can make the HCl in-house for this. We just need to supply the chlorine. Okay. We can do that right here. So yeah, just need to remember this must go. This needs to go to make HCl. Yeah, there's gonna be a second stack of LCRs. Probably right here. This structure of the room is gonna get a little bit broken up, I think. It's okay, we'll fix it later. Yeah, I'm gonna have another like 2x2. At least one more. All right. Let's grab our PTFE plate. These will go in here. I gotta tell it where to go. Oh, it does fill it up all the way. I thought it wouldn't do that. That's okay, though. Yeah, we'll set it up like this. It's like a little bit more transparent of what's going on like this too, I guess. It's scope. It's scope. Okay, so now you should be able to run. So we gotta move this up one. So this is gonna become an input bus for copper. Oh yeah, these don't auto output, so we'll have to do a conveyor. Or get item conduit it, but conveyor should be... No, we'll go conveyor. Or, I mean, item conduit. Oh, I confused myself. It's down one. So your insert. All right. Now we just need our iron through chloride to make it over there. So we'll need another LCR and we'll supply chlorine to it. Perfect. Nice, 3 more LCRs. 9 came in clutch with that circuit infusion. So we'll do a stack of 2 more for now. All right, so this one's going to be the HCl one because it's just kind of convenient. Yeah, the chlorine will be coming from a mysterious place elsewhere. A2 when? Probably a couple days, I don't know. My source of titanium is titanium bees, so I need a lot of circuits and stainless steel for Hecuba to take off with the oil processing to get that, so I'm not in any rush. Can I low-key? That's all I need for this. We need more inert machine casings, though. That's the nice thing about PS. You can be chill with stuff. Yeah, I think it's more my style of like the content to take things more slowly. I guess I don't know. It's like fast in a slow way. It's like I still know what I'm doing, obviously, like to progress through it, but I'm not trying to just like rush. What is this? What happened here? Excuse me? Okay. I forgot what I was saying. I'm not going to wait for these frames. I'm just going to craft them. These ones are quick. I'll just wait. I think I have like enough PTFE. Yeah, leave that there for Hecuba to find it. I don't know how they're doing that. Yeah, I don't know how we're doing that one, but okay. I think I still need an output hatch for the HCl. We can do that while we're waiting. Where was the HCl intended to go in? Maybe right here? They did it like a month ago. That's interesting. All right, so we got to run a chlorine pipe over here as well. That's fine. Now we fill the rest of it in with blocks. And then I need an energy hatch as well. That is a battery buffer. Nice. Now we just need to get the chlorine over there. It's going to be basically the same thing as the oxygen. Just like an arbitrary point for the moment, but actually the chlorine's being made over there, which is somewhat convenient actually. Oh, it's full. I didn't expect that to be full already. I should make this unbreakable by now. It should be good enough for the durability. I have 2 modifiers remaining on it. It's probably not enough redstone to make me happy. But will it ever be enough redstone? This will help convince us to put a real ceiling here, I think. We're free from the underground, finally. Alright, let's get this chlorine pipe going. Okay, this has to make its way all the way over here. Only a few misclicked pipes. We're good. Am I still in line mode? No, I'm not. Hi, Akiba. I needed a little bit more breathing room. What is this pipe routing? It's necessary. This will be destroyed for fluid P2P, I think. I think fluid P2P is the way to go until we can actually use like fluid export buses. Or maybe we could use an export bus on a fluid packet. I don't even know what's lag friendly or not though. I think that sounds kind of troll, not gonna lie. Export busing a fluid packet into a fluid packet decoder sounds kind of whack to me. Yeah, we're locking off the moon a little bit, but I don't want to and I don't want to like block people from the moon for forever for no reason because like processing ilmenite is still a legit way to get titanium. I like how you ask a simple question. There's like 4 people just typing constantly. What's Hecula saying? You get destroyed tomorrow, not gonna let the whole base end up like the staircase. Dual interfaces and pumps are super lag efficient. Yeah, but we're not gonna have dual interfaces though, are we? Actually, maybe I will. I don't know how. It's not gonna like it though because we don't have fluid discretizer. But I could just do an interface and send a fluid as an item. I think. I might have to brainstorm how to do it a little bit. But I think there's a way to do it because I did it with universal automation. It's like if you tell an interface to stock a fluid as an item, what happens? I've never tried that. That's a weird question. What circuit are you? 1. I literally have it in there. Oh, I gotta jump start it. I need to add some hydrogen to get it rolling. Universal use discretizer? No. It doesn't. You just use regular interfaces and you use a fluid packet decoder. Okay, are we happy now? No, because I forgot to power it. That's an important thing to do actually. Turns out you need to provide fuel to the generators. We need some ancient technology. Oh, you can't get the fluid packets themselves out discretizer as well. I'll probably just passive stuff with like fluid P2P, honestly. Doesn't sound like a bad idea. And then once we reach EV, I can do universal. I have not decided yet how I'll be doing it. Not enough item output space. Did I forget to put an output bus? I think I might have. I don't think there's an output bus on this one. Okay, there we go. Plastic circuit boards are being created with as little brain power as possible. Exactly how I like it. So we shall move this to a more convenient pickup location. What will that pickup location be, though? Maybe over here. Yo, I keep jumping by accident with the boots. Now, maybe this is bad. I don't know. I don't know where to put them yet. Let's just do... Am I out of item conduits? We'll just do this temporarily. And then I will come up with a better location later. Yeah, that is a minimal brain power plastic circuit boards completed. All right, so that's that. We are also bulking up on sulfuric acid right here as well, so we can use this for other recipes whenever I need them. So that's convenient. All right, we can knock all these off for this. What else do we need? We need SMDs. Let's undo all these recipes. So tantalum's no problem for us. I do want to make my nugget duping more robust still and like a little bit more automated and again like minimum brain power. So there's some work to be done there later. These we have the second best recipe for them, which is essentially the best one because it needs 48 for tantalum. Tantalum's completely free. So polyethylene is going to be a small problem just for the moment. But like longer term, in like the span of like a week or two, it's not a problem at all. So all we need is polyvinyl chloride, which I have almost done over here. Actually, I think I just need to bring ethylene here, and it would make it. I know I just made this earlier in the stream, but I actually forget how it works already. I don't think I have an output hatch for the PVC. Can I type PVC? No, I can't. The next tier we're going to unlock EV and IV together is split them up. It's not my call, but we're probably just unlock EV. Because I think there's still quite a bit to do. We'll see how it goes, and then from there, IV is going to be like insane. After IV, we're gonna have to start making like decisions about the server, because like as we keep going up and up, I think lag's gonna be a bigger problem. But we'll just have to see how it goes. We might be able to get around it. Let me label this as the PVC machine. It doesn't push fluid packets without a discretizer. That is sad. I think it'll probably be fluid P2P then for me. Other people probably have their own solutions to the problem, but I like fluid P2P to low-key. I used it in my, I think, second Greg Tech World. Honestly, I think it's underrated, so we'll do some stuff with that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm gonna make, or maybe even like later in the week. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but I'm gonna make all these SMDs automated. It's only a couple components realistically. Really not that bad. We'll do like 3 benders, and I only need 1 wire mill to make tantalum wire. Carbon dust is free. You'll just electrolyze diamonds and let it buffer up. And then we'll add the neodymium whenever we need it. And that's every SMD automated. From there, what else is left? Red alloy wire. I have a way to automate copper. I didn't do it yet. But yeah, there is an infused seed that drops copper. Where'd my hose go? Here they are. I have 9. I actually have 10 hose with Unbreaking 20 that I'm going to use for the infused seeds. And I also have my planar vortex now. Okay, I can tell. It has a rendering bug. I'll relog. I keep getting this weird rendering bug in my planar vortex, and I don't know why. I assume it's just encased in glass. It looks normal now. But yeah, I can grab a void putty from this now. But yeah, there is an infused seed that gives copper. I forget what it is, but when I get to it, I will go over that. So that's the way that I will automate copper, and it should be super fast. Then redstone, the witches are covering that. So we will just throw a giant barrel of redstone and copper and let it go to town in red alloy wire. I guess I'll make these in batches. I don't remember. I guess we'll make these in batches. I don't know what the plan is for this yet. I'll have to decide. I feel like automating this is going to be really extra if I did that, but if I do automate everything, I could sell them and people might actually buy them. Especially like mainframes, because these are a pain in the ass to make. And I am going to need a lot of them. I'm going to be making a lot of these in early EV. I mean, it could be nanos, but I didn't think that far ahead yet if we'll do this with nanos or not. I will figure it out. But yeah, for now, this should help us out a lot to at least batch craft a whole bunch of stuff. So let me load this up one more time, then we'll log off for the night. Oh, actually, this is round robin now. I don't have to do this anymore. I need to get rid of these pipes. Oh yeah, this will be 4 stacks. All right, we'll let it run. So yeah, hopefully by tomorrow our fuel supply buffers up a lot more as well. I do want to throw a super tank on the fuel as well to let it buffer up even more. Let me do that. I think I'm out, so we're gonna make a new one. Yeah, all my super tanks are actually being used right now, I think. Yeah, let's just see if we can make one real quick. All right, you annoy me. I think I have a bunch of this left in the clean room. Yeah, yeah, we do. Good forward thinking me. Large plastic pipes of PTFE and Polyethylene or cruel and unusual punishment. Having to craft them. Right there. Now I don't have to do that for a while. Nice. Let's throw this on the fuel supply. I guess right here is fine. All right. So hopefully this buffers up a lot more. This is not recovered yet, which is concerned. I guess it's because it's sending it most of it to fuel. So if the fuel hasn't recovered, then my ethylene and stuff won't recover yet. Polyethylene made it, so. I expect that when I log on tomorrow, this will be full again. So we'll let that, we'll believe in it. Let's do one last inventory cleanup set when I log on tomorrow. I'm not going to pull my hair out. This bag needs to be cleaned out really badly. This bag also is like getting to be kind of bad. Okay, not bad at all. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Good progress. I'm probably going to have to spend a lot of time editing this week, actually, so I don't know how much more I'll play, but if I do play, I will probably be making more circuit stuff. So I'll continue this work most likely. Don't know if I'll stream or not. Usually on the weekdays, I'm a bit exhausted to stream, but we'll see how it goes. So until then, guys, thank you all for showing up. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good day.